Hi, I'm Lorie Fangio with Around the Table, and I'm a food blogger and chef instructor. And today I'm in the kitchen showing you how to make a fruit tart filling. It's going to be delicious. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be making the filling for our fruit tart. And so what I've done is I've gone ahead and added milk to my saucepan, and I'm just heating it up until it starts to boil. Not quite boiling, but almost boiling. It's known as scalding. And then I want to tell you what else I have here. I have some egg yolks, sugar, cornstarch, and butter. And then I've gone ahead in advance and I've made our tart shell. So I already have our tart shell made, and all this is just a regular pie crust that I've put in my tart shell, and I've baked it for about 12 minutes. So this is ready for the filling. So let's get started making this filling. It's really pretty easy. Like I said, I'm heating my milk up. I've got my egg yolks, and to this I'm going to add my sugar. And I'm just going to use a whisk, and I'm just going to whisk it until it gets pale and fluffy. And so it requires a little bit of elbow grease here, but that's okay. We're just going to whip it. And can you see what's happening there? It's getting pale and fluffy. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add our cornstarch to the egg yolk mixture. And the cornstarch is just going to give us a little bit of insurance to thicken. Whoops, got to be careful. It flies all over the kitchen if you're not. This is just going to give us insurance to be sure that our filling gets really nice and set up like a pudding. And that's basically what we're doing here, is making a homemade pudding. Okay, so now we need to take the egg yolk mixture and mix it with the milk. But if we put the egg yolks in there all at once, our eggs are going to cook and they're going to curdle. So we're going to use a method called tempering. So we're going to temper our egg yolk mixture. And how we do that is we're just going to take a little bit of the warm milk, and I'm just going to add it slowly as I whisk. And this is going to actually temper the eggs. In other words, it's going to warm them up and get them ready to go into this saucepan. Okay, so now that my egg yolks have been tempered, I'm just going to add them into the warm milk mixture. And I'm going to whisk vigorously as I do that. Again, just to be sure that we don't scramble our eggs. And I want to get all of those yummy eggs and all that sugar and flavor in there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn my heat up to medium-high, and I'm just going to whisk continuously until the mixture comes to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to cook it about 30 seconds at a boil before I take it off the heat. Okay, so I've removed it from the heat. It's already getting very, very nice and thick. And at this point, I'm going to add my butter. It's just about a tablespoon of butter. And we're just going to whisk that in gently. And what that's going to do, this is the way the French finish so many desserts and so many sauces. With just a little bit of butter, it's going to make our pastry cream or our fruit tart filling very, very satiny. And once we get the butter incorporated, we're just going to let the mixture cool before filling our tart shell. So I've added the fruit tart filling to my tart shell, and I'm just smoothing it out. And now it's time to add our fruit. And I've just sliced strawberries and kiwi, and I just like to take the fruit and slice it fairly thin and just make a little pattern all the way around the edge. And that's how I like to start. And I just go around in circles until I get the whole tart covered with fruit. And there we go, a beautiful fruit tart. And again, I'm Lorie Fangio, and we've been in the kitchen today making a fruit tart filling, creamy and delicious. Take some time to get your family around the table. See you next time.